what time is it? Okay, we have some fabulous live music later on, but right now, here's the kind I prefer.
We are live with the legend King T today here on West Coast Styles YouTube channel, the OG WCR. King T, thank you for joining us today, bro. It's so an honor and a privilege to have you on here. I've been following you since you first started. Way before I even got into the hip hop business. I mean, King T has been a staple in my music collection. I mean, going back to the payback song that you did with DJ Pooh. I remember I had that on the 12-inch, man, and I used to play that motherfucker out, and it was just man. Let's go back to those days. I had a conversation with Greg Mack one time, and he told me that he started a record label during his K-Day years, and you were his first artist signed on there. I didn't know that. You were signed to Greg Mack back in the day? That was your first label?
That wasn't my first label, but Greg Mack created a label called Mac Daddy Records. It was actually the third single, my third record I ever put out, Bass.
Okay.
The first couple of tunes I did was Payback Some Mother, which was my first single, and that was on Techno Hop Macola. And then I did The Coolest. That was the second single on Techno Hop. Then after that situation with Techno Hop, me and Greg and a couple other people came together and wanted to do business together. So we did a single called Bass. Pooh and Bobcat did a single called Bass and put it out with Greg Mack.
Wow, that's amazing, man. That song "Bass," man, is a classic, and so is "Payback as a Mother." That's a classic too. You had really set the stage for set the stage for West Coast rap in the early days, and you were very instrumental in that. So you established your career. And you got going on the West Coast, and then you brought the Alcoholics in the game. Why don't you tell us about bringing the Alcoholics in with you?
Well, like I said, when we first started, me and J-Roll was already down. We were in a crew together called Total Control, which was nothing but, it was either the Fela Shop Boys or Total Control. DJ Pooh was in Total Control. Couple of other cats, Suave D, rest in peace. It was just a gang of cats. But me and J-Roll always been down. And when I got the major deal with Capitol, and I start touring and things, J-Roll would come with me and was like the hype man and all. So we always been down. So like during my third album I did with Capitol, we created the Alcoholics. It was a choice between me and Pooh was trying to create some type of thing, and it was a choice between the Daily Chronics or the Alcoholics. We chose the Alcoholics, and J-Roll was the first MC that I thought of to be in this group. He brought in E Swift, and that's when DJ E Swift started DJing for me on the road. Then E Swift bought Catastrophe from Ohio. So there it is, the Alcoholics. From there, we formed the Liquid Crew, and that showcased on my fourth LP, which me and DJ Broadway did a production deal with MCA, and we created the Liquid Crew, which introduced Exhibit, and it went on from there from Defari to Montage One to Feel the Agony, Barbershop MCs, Loop Pack, Dilated People, all that.
Wow. That's crazy. One of the songs that I really love that you guys did was I Got It Bad, Y'all. You did that with the Alcoholics. That's one of my favorite songs of all time, man. Can you tell me about that song and how you guys put that together, please?
just was like I said, we were trying to. Once we came up with that, the Alcoholics was going to be the group. That was just the first single we worked on. I Got It Bad, where we introduced, and Tash wasn't even part of the group yet. It was just E Swift and J Roll. So that's just how we introduced it, and it was on my third album, the Trifling album, where we did that, and we did a song called Bust That Ass, and that's where it all groomed from, right there.
Okay, dope, man.
So,
Jake.
King T, I gotta say, first of all, man, thank you for introducing me to St. Ides, you and Ice Cube. I gotta say that I missed those songs. But I know you used to open up for NWA back in the day and on the road.
Doubt.
Y'all used to be buck wild. What were some of your favorite moments when you were on tour?
Oh man, there's so many. My favorite thing would be me, Dre and Ren just tearing up the hotels. Once you check in and go do the show and get back that night. We were young, you know what I'm saying, young and dumb, and just experiencing starting to drink and things like that. So we were very silly and doing things, but I used to love just tearing up the hotel rooms, not knowing that that's coming out our money.
Wow. Yeah.
Real talk.
Hey, one thing I do want to ask you is that I heard that in your early days when you were on doing concerts that you'd get into a lot of fights. Is that true? Is that you used to bust down with a lot of people or what?
Yeah, I mean, it's a part of growing up. You know what I'm saying? You have things to prove. You try to prove things to your peers to seem like you're down and things. So I've done a lot of silly, stupid young moves, but I wouldn't take none of them back because it got me here, and I'm still here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Still going. I'll prove my point. I guess I'm in. I
Yeah.
made it in.
Yeah. One thing about that, this other song I wanted to bring up was, I don't know if a lot of people have heard of it, but I loved it, and it was a song where you sampled the Rolling Stones' "I'ma Dish You."
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought that
It's a funny story about that because you could ask DJ Pooh. We did not want to do that song. I mean, it's something that we created. Well, I should say that kind of questionable if I sold out or something. I was offered a lot of money to do that song because it was at a time where certain things was going on, like my homie Tone Loc was blowing up off a Wild Thing. Young MC was doing his thing, and JJ Fad and all that type of, and that was what was going on. So the label Capitol wanted me to just make something to compete with that, and they offered me a gang of money to do it, and that's what I'm in the business for, to make money.
I liked it though. I mean, I thought that it was actually.
That's how I got my first Mercedes and a gang of cash. So I wasn't mad at that one.
I liked it. I thought it was actually bold to actually sample the Rolling Stones especially for a West Coast hip hop artist. So I thought that was cool. I liked it. Let's talk about your time at with Aftermath and Dr. Dre. You were featured on the Aftermath Presents heavily, and it looked like Dr. Dre was going to be like pushing you as his featured artist.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's family. You know what I'm saying? It was a hectic time. He had just left Death Row. I was there in the conception of Aftermath. Before I was there before the name Aftermath. So I was part of the building process. You know what I'm saying? And what it was, we were on the cuffs of releasing the LP Thy Kingdom Come on Aftermath, and then Eminem came in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's what shut the project down, but it was a few things going on. And plus, that's how it go in this game. You know what I'm saying? I went and asked, you know, which was something stupid. I asked, could I, you know, leave and go put out the music somewhere else, and it was a very dumb move on my part. I should have just sat there and been patient and wait on my turn. And that's something I learned coming up in this game. Anyway, just wait your turn; it's gonna come. And that's what I should have did.
Mm, yeah. You were also very instrumental in the career of Exhibit, bringing him into the game. Man, I think that a lot of people try to bring artists into the game, and some fail and some succeed. But
Yeah.
man, you really hit a home run with Exhibit, I think.
But X was always his own person. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's been very grateful and generous with you know, with the liquid and all that. But he's always had a strong will and always wanted to do his own thing, you know. And you had to let that brother loose. You know, he wanted to get into acting. He wanted to get in different business ventures and things like that. So you can't hold a motherfucker down like that. You gotta let him go, and that's what he did. He went and created his own lane. You know.
Hmm. Yeah, that's dope though.
Yeah.
Jake, you also had some questions for King T?
Yeah, as always, yes. So honored to be in your presence, Mr. King T.
No
I do have
doubt,
to,
no doubt.
with all the things you've done in your career, and you've done a lot of great things in your career. What's one of the what's like your biggest regret having, in the industry? What's your biggest regret?
It's a few. I have no regrets. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Just I, sh- I wish I respected money more back
Yeah.
then. You know what I'm saying? Them little things that they tell you in your ear when you're signing your first deal and they're telling you put some up for later,
Yeah.
pay your taxes. You know what I'm saying? I wish I really would have listened to that, even just choices like that. I wish I respected money no more. I mean, a little more, you know what I'm saying? You know, but it just keeps me on my grind to go get it, go get more, and now I know how to do it. You know?
Right. Is there an artist you wish you worked with that you haven't?
LL Cool J, Big
Oh,
Daddy Kane,
okay.
um, KRS-One, uh, Bumpy Knuckles,
Mm.
MOP, Jay Z, Nas. I could go on.
Wow.
Sean Price. I
Oh,
actually got to do something with him, but it was never released. But
oh man, I love to hear that though. P, man, he's one of the legends, just like yourself.
no doubt.
Awesome,
So,
man. So
also,
you also had influence on several artists, Biggie being one of them. I know that I've spoken to the Liquid crew at one time when I did an interview, and they told me that Diddy told them at a bar that Biggie was that you were one of Biggie's influences, man. That's mind blowing, brother.
Man, we were just it's being blown out of proportion. You know what I'm saying? We were
Uh,
just friends. We doted on each other. You know what I'm saying? There's been, I like telling stories. I love Biggie's voice. I love his coolness and his flow and all that. I mimicked him more than anything. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's a just I don't feed into that, but
yeah,
it's I, it would be love. I'm gonna just leave that. I'm a Biggie fan.
yeah. No, I know you are, and I know that that. But I sometimes when I listen to him, I sit there and I go, "Damn, that's King T." Sometimes, So it's there. You know what I mean? In my opinion.
Well,
So
we worked with the same producer, Easy Mo B, and you know, and so I get it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But you know what it is. It's
yeah,
so
yeah.
hard.
It's all good, man. So What's set for you for the future? I know that a few years ago you guys tried to do the first generation thing, and that really didn't come out. Um,
I've actually been taking a break. Where I don't know when the last time I've been on the mic, but I'm getting ready to get back in the studio and see, if I still got it. But my focus have been, especially for the last 3 years, is focusing on creating this liquid network. It's a platform we're
okay.
building, to, you know, facilitate the new artists that's coming out, the new hip hop,
Yeah,
real hip hop, boom bap, even underground. We're fucking with trap. We're fucking with, we're messing with it all. Every genre of hip hop, we want to
yeah,
facilitate. You know what I'm saying? And we're,
yeah,
creating content. We want to create content that for this new generation and just keep the hip hop going on. Keep it, here for the next generation and the generation after that. Liquid Network. Just look for it. Liquid Radio.
yeah.
Liquid.net.
That's something that we want. That's something that we want to help tap in with you guys. If on our site, if we can help promote you
Yeah.
guys and put up your shows and things like that, I'd love to tap in with you
No
guys and
doubt.
get you
We
guys
we gonna
on
we
West
gonna
Coast
make it happen.
Styles.
We're gonna make it happen. I'm messing with you,
Yeah,
Tim. We gonna be
hell
getting
yeah,
cracking. Yeah.
that's dope, man. Bro, if I know you're busy, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. But if before you go, can you give us a drop for WestCoastStyles.com, please?
West Coast Styles, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Check this out, y'all. Y'all chilling with King T on WestCoastStyles.com. Y'all go peep out that Liquid.net. You know what I'm saying? We're here for you. Liquid in house. The liquid is alive, baby. Peace.
Peace. All right, brother. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you coming
Thank you,
on,
brother.
and we'll be in touch soon.
No doubt. Thank you.
All right,
What
bro.
time is
Peace.
it? Okay, we have some fabulous live music later on, but right now, here's the kind I prefer.